tallennus. Katsotaan vielä tuolta. Lähti liikkeelle. Ja sit kerro sun nimi ja sit klikkaa tosta noin linkille.
Yeah, I'm Jussi Närhi.
Eikö mulla näkyvissä tässä ruussa?
Restart and everything works.
There's the box. There's no information for me here. So I have to just guess what I have to do.
Aivan edes Pekka Valli.
Right. Let's see. Select cards. Well, obviously, after you launch this, there will be more information about this whole game before even starting it, so maybe it's more clear, but now I kinda have to look up a little bit like what's happening here. Predict plays by selecting bet cards. Double down on your bets by boosting bet cards. Where the boost? Well, let's see. It's a bit hard to read all the texts from the like cards itself, and you have Allo times 8 here right now, so I don't want to see his face that much. But the icons are really cool. You can basically get those from there, or the card information about that. See reset card. Let's see. Actually, this is quite good. I don't remember the game, so in case Ensis map more often than not, so hopefully they'll get it, although there's Saibu. But it won't be total domination, so because Saibu moved around. What's happening in the next few rounds? So Ens is the team. Team scores 3 round wins after having lost 3 times in a row. And you get earn a bus points. 57 card level. So all of these are
the screen itself, the game screen is too small.
order card rarity. Ah, so
They like at least 3 rows.
those 2 are more rare. Obviously,
I'm here to do the game itself.
well, I've played Hearthstone, and they have a little bit nicer card design, so maybe that's something to improve on when this goes forward.
interaction.
But even in that game, I think
It
it's
doesn't have
they
to
have
be
this
large.
like one part of the card that really tells the color of it. So, but I would make those rare and epic cards stand out a lot more than border or just one single thing in the card, like totally different. So yeah, the bet card is in play until swapped matters, so I can swap this. While divided, you fall opponent teammates a half with average team of ADR 70 and below. Well, that's obviously what Team Zybo is going to do, so
Has like 2 cubes.
and that's a no-brainer.
Program or
Actually, quite fun card,
if it is because of the program,
and I like that you could card types were like one that ends is going to dominate, and the other one was that the other team is going to suck. So nice touch. Around bet card. Your collection 0 cards still available.
as much as I can see,
15.
this is like choose bets before the round, but there's no active betting. So there's no like if
So is this for like a round?
there's no way for you
Yeah.
to choose, okay, they will not win the 1v5 or they will win the 1v5.
Multi-round series. Oh yeah.
2v3, 3v4.
Yeah.
That would be like great.
It makes sense. I would somehow
Doing things live
maybe add a timeline or something like here, and
it's just like normal betting.
then you can like see visually that this one is for the whole series, like best of 3. You get to see all the maps getting picked here. That would be cool.
Fangiers, etc.
And yeah, basically have the series card as the topmost, then the multi-round card, or multi-round is like half, so maybe just call it a half. At least I would. And maybe add a map, like you have series and half, so maybe add a map in between, and something about Ence's own map and Vitality's map. But how will Ence win? Aha. Why is Team Wins Round better card? Better bus card than the other ones. Let's see.
Like the fan claps, the fan cheer. I don't know if that's from the arena or from.
Is that a
but
mistake that you get 100 bus points from round winner? Because that's easier to predict an elimination win or defuse or explode win.
It's all part of the game, but I'm still here to watch the game. I wanna
Maybe.
interact in the game at the end, but the main
Yeah,
point
maybe,
is still
but
the
that's why I'll
match
take it.
itself.
I want to win this thing. Statistics.
So like whatever you do
Yeah.
should not be taking away from the game itself. The Vitaly versus
God
Ence
Allure,
should
bot
be
Allure.
adding to it. And right now,
You should add some funny
we have
memes here,
all the
obviously.
benchable things, but at the same time,
Consistent
not really-
killer.
we shouldn't be taking away from the match itself. by adding
RPK is going to die 10 times. What's it? Ariel, who actually dominated New. Well, I'll go for Ariel. Although my heart is with Sergey. Wild card.
I think
Yeah, I'll go for the rare card.
The classical tiers, that's still
sometimes hard to
I think Ens is clutching all time. Maybe, like, instead of calling. Yeah, just. I think these are like common names that turn around can be understood easily, but I would add something like clutch stuff. Name the card like that.
Settings? No. Okay, so there's
And
change the
Why do I even think I believe these rare cards if they are anyway always in players?
wild card. Team has not performed damage or kill in 10 seconds. So this is for
So that's
1 round. I think they want to rush, so they're so scared of Ens.
Why am I being shown these cards? Or it's just
Do they throw grenades in you?
show the
Do
player
not.
only?
But
If anyway the cards
Yeah.
cards under
And,
these players are anyway always active. Why do I then see the cards? That is pretty confusing to me at least.
and yeah, it's not really obvious that you can change these player cards. Well, maybe it is, but I'm a bit slow at the moment. Headshots. No, I don't think Olli is going to shoot any heads. The AVP. He'll get some OSP kills. He always feels that. X7. Alex B. You see it's at 75.
He's gonna get the one win because they have to save at this point.
Yeah, it's a bit stupid that I have this lot of player plants bomb when Ens was starting in the CT side, I think. Not sure. Actually, I'm not sure at all anymore.
So one amount, team score. I'm just trying to read out.
Well, maybe that's also something to add. Because I'm not sure anymore. You should see them all here. Have all the info somewhere that you can see it all the time, maybe here and left. Yeah, I think X7 is shooting heads.
But I honestly think it's pretty interesting.
As well as Sergey.
Because I'm not a huge CS
Ariel is going to.
It's pretty interesting.
And yeah, you have bomb plant, bomb defuse here available at the moment. Doesn't make sense. This should be somehow. You have time when they are switching aside, so maybe make them do the like that. You have to choose this again. And I kinda hated that for X7 I had this first kill when Aerial is, I think, should be the entry fragger, and I don't have that here.
They can't save 2 rounds, can they?
But
Like they can save the next round.
I'll double down on Aerial, so he'll get double kill.
I don't really like all the options for cards. There's not that many options.
Let's see.
There are different options, but there are not options that I like ever choose. And I don't think there was an option for me to choose that my team will lose this round. Or if I think that Ends is gonna lose a round,
Card, so when
I
they
won't be able to play
activate,
that round.
Ends fans,
We're gonna lose this
nice.
round. Like if we're running
Nice
pistols
that
against weapons, I wanna say that
this is the time that Ends still had some fans.
because I know
Why the
that
little
being a fan
fans?
of the team,
Alright,
I still have to be able to play for this.
guess you score. You get Barnabas. You also get your points. What do I do with Arena Bus and cheer points, and what's the difference?
Damn, I definitely should have kept my bomb.
Alright. So they are coloring the... These are Astralis fans.
I have no idea what the ADR means. That might be
Doesn't make sense, but alright. Mm, yeah. I think this will all clear up. Yeah, I think it's nice that you see the game and nothing's on top of the game itself. You have
Oh, it's PS5.
hard there that you can follow and so on. Oh, I'm on the audience.
Something I will get some cheer points. That's like would be great to be able to choose the size of this. It's like stretching this like here. Still here. Wouldn't take away from this. But
Yeah, I'll keep my elimination.
view of the actual game I came here to watch.
Well, it's showing some game against FaZe and VP. So don't have Nuke here.
At this point it's actually pretty hard to like now
Maybe
I don't
bugging a
I
bit.
don't have a chance to
Don't know.
choose it, okay, Ends will lose this round beforehand.
I hate that there's nothing you can click on. Like,
You have to be able to bet. Not fairly, but objectively, even if you're
Yeah.
a fan.
restart somewhere.
Us losing and get more of these blue points that I can use for the cheers.
I guess.
I guess playing both teams would enable that, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's loses an entire match. But there's
So I think this is not how it should go.
this series. And then there's
Maybe this is just a test, but
we're on
yeah.
This is pretty
I'll get some help.
that might be a miscon on them. Really that or this round. this round. There's no this round option.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
Mitä tapahtuisi?
There's diffuse mimic progress in that round. But we are the
Oliko toi se halftime jälkeen?
Ei, tää oli ihan alussa. Itse asiassa.
Ihan
Se
alussa.
oli, ja,
Eli sä katsoit vasta nyt kortteja.
joo,
Oliko se ekan kerran start match äsken?
ja,
Okei, sitten puuttuu se videofile. Sitten meidän täytyy aloittaa uudestaan, mutta pysytään tää tallennut. Tai itse asiassa pidetään käynnissä. Sitä on aika nopea homma. Tässä on nyt käynyt siltä, että mä oon unohtanut siirtää yhden tiedoston toiseen paikkaan, mihin olisi pitänyt se laittaa. Ja se on sitten ihan meikäläisen virhe.
why do I get more score
Tässä on konfailee samalla kun niin hirveässä kiireessä kaikki, niin sitten välillä käy näköjään virheitä, niin kuin tässä.
se on hyvin inhimillistä.
Noin, ja sitten kokeillaan tää uudestaan. Ja nyt jos sä teet pika, jos sä muistat mitä sulla oli valittuna,
Joo,
nopeasti,
mä teen
niin sitten
tosi
niin jatkuu se homma siitä. Olihan meidän se ääntys päällä, Joo, se on käynnissä. Eli nyt ei kannata jäädä nyt hirveästi hinkkaamaan. Sä voit vaihtaa tätä myöhemminkin.
Ja,
everyone's gonna have more than 50 help and give more points than that. So it might be on this
yeah, let's go.
I have to keep an eye on that. Why why can I not choose team leader, Sergey? Is it because he still hasn't? No.
I switch.
Once again, I focus on this attributes on watching the games. And that fighters options are these. What?
Yeah, they're
I didn't
shot headshots, don't diffuse.
check the point that what is actually happening. Turn around is good. So this friendly fire is fun. There's a lot of ours.
Alright, let's go.
I wouldn't say that these are bad options, but I wish there would be more options. Higher profit options with lower chance. Maybe not just friendly fire, but kill. Because this is why you could just very fun random use options or that you or teammate dies when just lack of options.
Oh, so Enzo was actually starting.
That's why I'm hard. Okay, so there's two
Don't know what's happening when I click this. It's adding just one.
Okay.
Alright.
Attention from the actual game.
Thanks, Sergey. Oh, should I have added my nickname? With my real name. No, it looks stupid on the board. Hmm. I don't know if stuff crashed again. I hope not.
I like the fact that they're actually shouting in sec. When the cheer gets chosen, they're actually
Yeah, everybody's
shouting
going
team
for
name,
it.
which is great because that actually makes it feel like it's actually happening. It's actually people cheering for the round. But at the same point, I don't like the fact that it's going over the casters.
Everybody's going for headsets, that's where you get the most points.
Because I like it, but I also like hearing the casters.
And now I have the next round, so I had to go to
And
pick cards to get the next round going.
happening that it's like a speaker getting turned on. You hear when it starts and ends. So the background noise just goes away.
Don't know what I should do with the...
If this is live fast, then this is yeah, because there's 0 live that side.
I think I really don't like the audience
No idea what's the
part of things. I think yeah,
As far as I know, that's the end shot.
you kinda
I'm guessing that's gonna be waves.
like, yeah, you know when they have on all the streams the
Like that's either gonna be
pick M's or
just a big move.
bets, like which team did you choose and like that. It's just a simple bar, but it doesn't bother as much as this audience here. So
There's a lot of empty space here on the left.
so
I hope that OBS is capturing the mouse. But basically here on the yellow point, there's a lot of empty space.
nice is
Is that more? So you can see how many
top ends fans. I'm there. That's nice. Now the next round is playing. So that's nice. But I would like to see the scoreboard when I'm not on top, like does it show top 5 and then some close competitors of mine. Now I actually have to. Yeah, this sucks a bit. That I have to go and play next round here. Like
If you're not winning rounds, I don't wanna say
I know what my pick'ems are, or
now it's
what do I want to pick. So if I want to change them, then say when I have to change them, or
yeah, we're not gonna win this round.
like don't make me go to that menu.
Round winner is like that you that's the last most force, but I would not choose we don't win this.
Maybe
We're not gonna win this round. As far as I'm thinking, Splash
top cards. Yeah, I can see where I earned the most, but well, I would add these top cards to the middle and the leaderboards to the right side or somehow, and just scale everything down a bit and maybe add my top cards and then the top cards of the whole, like of all players. So I would know what they have. Where did somebody get points the most? I don't know if that's possible. Oh, that was too bad. Didn't get any points. And
The crowd reactions are not going
A lot of the cards.
I don't know, maybe even have the stream here in the middle and the top cards on the left, because top cards are, you see them on the left when you're looking at the stream, so it would be logical to have them on the left side and the stream on the middle, as it is on the middle when
Interesting concept
playing.
that you would have
And when you go to
or like different ways of cheering,
this
clapping, stomping, shouting.
deck, then if this is paused here, like the game, I won't need to see it, so yeah, I don't know what I do with this. Maybe if it's live, then it's a different story, that you have to see it all the time, that you know that you do the picks on time and have the thing going on like live, so
Something that's
you should be fast at switching the cards should be so fast that you can do it on the freeze time of
That's clapping, that's cheering, that's moving away.
between the rounds, or yeah,
Is there any difference?
just make it somehow that it's easy and fast, and you don't actually have to pause the game, because I wouldn't pause my game for this.
like, for example,
Like if I do live bets on some sites, it's all about
Taking damage, so they're not listening to it.
you really play with the money there, but you still have live bets, so
I actually think
you can do those quickly. It's very easy,
like the screen,
and
so that has to go.
shouldn't be harder
Because all of the
in
match,
this. And if you don't have any money in the game, actually,
that's not needed anyway.
then yeah. And you could add that if you want, if it's live and live cost. In the live bets, the problem is that they close the bets
Close to first point.
like even before the round begins, or so, because
After we won the round, and we're still the biggest score-wise.
it's a bit risky, or the stream is coming later, or some 30 seconds later, or so.
So I guess these are masks. Or shred. These are common. That's it.
And I don't really know what this, like, I've tried these buttons on the right and I still don't know what they do. Well,
One that makes me a winner. The 2 points are not unnecessary. It's like a big part of the whole thing, but that's not something that I'm interested in as much as what you're arguing about. Because that's what's going to get me to be a winner of this game. Oh, scoreboard. So I'm always going to go for the one that
so there's
has the most arena points. Although
6,000.
based on the whole game
Ah.
going for this one.
I don't know, there was 6,000 people cheering for Ends, and now there's 800.
Around winner, 100 arena bus, and around winner, 50 arena bus, but an epic value, so it's 63. The checkpoints still big for the common value around winner, because now we get most arena bus. So, I don't know. Does the company that's doing this game want
And
to focus on arena bus or checkpoints?
you get different kind of air shots from this. This is like the wave.
Means are
The audience would do a wave, I think.
is it just like are we just trying to annoy the other our best things fans by showing that we are
Yeah, Vitality fans or Corner or Astralis fans, whatever.
like a system that gives me something before Red wins the
Mm,
so is there any reason for
I think it's nice that you're trying to get the feeling that you're in the arena and
the number here that tells us how many people there are cheering for the team?
affecting
It
the
doesn't seem to correspond with how much
Yeah.
cheer points are being used.
affecting the fan base there, or like
Players.
yeah, the team who is basically winning and has more supporters is also like more supported here. I don't know if you get if you get to any problems if there's like 3,000 people more cheering for instance for Vitality.
There's no settings, there's no for me to just down here. I guess you should use this screen size. I personally
And
because for me there's
yeah, I think you have the big M's and everything stuff like above here usually. So
the insult boards.
now the Ains fans are cornered.
Cheers on the side view.
Mm,
That also was weird.
I didn't know that's
Time and I just heard, oh, I just cheering the start.
some audio cuts. Like sometimes the audio is a bit off. Like I think just a second ago it cut off a little bit. Like went totally silent, or at least a lot more silent, and
They do have done something.
it didn't feel natural at all. Mm,
I do like that this is giving me more to do.
yeah, I could do my card changes here, like when they're showing the replays,
You focus on things.
but I don't actually know if yeah.
Making me focus on reacting fast or slow. Should I be not doing that for 1 second? Because usually I'm only focusing on certain
Still have no clue that how much I'm affecting this myself, like if I press these buttons here. And
But for me, what I would want is more betting options, not this. Something that explains to me what ADR is. Because I know what ADR is. It's not and more options,
you know,
more specific options. Because for
well,
me,
I don't like the audience stuff. Like I've said, it's there's too much stuff.
like me choosing who does the first hit. Me
I don't know.
choosing who is the first on the dice.
Maybe add an option to disable it
Things like that.
if you want to,
A
because
small
I really like the
percentage chance
card game
like some
part
people
of it, or
roll
live betting. How would you even say it?
a lot
Um,
higher.
But if this is all I get, like the audience moving from one side to another,
High risk, high reward, low risk.
I don't know. And I think
That's gonna make
even on that round,
I shouldn't be
Ents
able
was,
to change
or
my winner,
yeah,
etc.
fans
during
were
the round.
suppressing the Vitality fans to the corner, but then Alex clutched 1v3 in, I don't know, 5 seconds.
With 30 seconds to go, the ball is planted.
And
CT, fighter is-
yeah, you can do that switch in 5 seconds from one side to another and make it look natural. That's
Stuff like
impossible.
that
So
keeps me invested throughout the round. Because right now I'm just clicking boxes and
So yeah, if this is supposed to be like
how small the game
who is winning the round, or
side bars for the 4 different tiers.
I don't know, it even isn't that.
We have to focus on the betting itself.
I would like to like see, kind of see the odds
Like 1 out of 2
of
options that pop up.
Alexi B clutching this round.
Open,
1v3 with 17 HP, it's like in a poker game. I would like to see that I don't know, make up some probability calculation out of how people react when now if there's like yeah, add some live stuff here, like now I would let that Alexi B doesn't clutch this, and maybe it's obvious, but if Allu would have been in that situation, I would have like bet Allu all and have that card like be a very rare card that Allu is clutching 1v3 with under 50 HP. And if there's a situation where that comes up, you get I think you get the statistics from the game live, so and yeah, so if it's possible to do it so that then you add like an option to decide in the round, like somewhere, like you don't have to do that, but you can like cheer up for Allu in the middle of the round, or whoever is clutching it, like that you believe that he or so he's going to clutch it basically. And I don't want to go to the menu and see all the series cards and like who is going to win the series. I think Ens is going to win the series, so or the map. But if there are some cards that are only for the round, like I hate pop-ups, but then again, keep this stream here and then add an option down here somewhere below, or yeah, I would add it somewhere below, like who is going to win this next round. And you know, like Blast Pro series has the, and all the other TOs do have the level of the buy, basically. Like if it's a full buy, semi buy, eco, and yeah, calculate maybe not the odds of some team winning it, but the difference between the utility, basically. So yeah, and yeah, it should be if I pick like for example, if Vitality would be Ikoi, and I would add that the card would be like more more buzz out of it or something like that. Yeah.
At least like in real time.
And I don't know if the cards are the I like it in those player stuffs and the serious stuff, and like that. I think the card concept is kind of nice, but like I would even like add
Like right
At
now,
like,
there should be an active bet. It's 1v1.
yeah,
30
maybe
seconds to go.
more simple view that
Uh,
bet ends to win this round 100 points,
it could be like
pick Vitality,
left on screen,
uh,
display.
10
Then
points
it
because
would be best because then you can on top of
ends is ecoing and Vitality has a full buy or
this is
yeah,
exciting 1v1
and change those odds based on the
before the halftime.
based on that.
So this is where I'm
And if let's say ends is winning like 10 rounds in a row, then it should be more of a buzz if Vitality takes the round and you predicted it correctly.
so this is the last round.
So something like it, the cards would really be live as well, because now it doesn't really matter like yeah.
Like, is there any point in me choosing
And yeah, I don't see any reason to change my cards.
We are T-side new,
Like
so my guess is that we're gonna win
yeah,
first half because Ends new T-side strong.
should have maybe added Vitality to win some rounds, but
Like in round one,
I think I don't even have that as an option because I'm an Ns fan. So
it's smart to choose
yeah, add an option to be an Ns fan, but like I don't know if I would have picked to play both teams. Then I would maybe get cards for Vitality as well to win and stuff. I don't know what's the logic behind that, but even though I'm an Ns fan, I can see Vitality winning some rounds, and I would like to predict those correctly. Like,
a lot more clear how the points if there is for me to choose this early
yeah,
or final round.
I know this is all for cheering, but
Then you lose squad.
still,
So no, that's when the card activates. I don't know if they're like the player.
and that would actually be like a fun statistic as well. Like, you have to pick the team you cheer for, but
Might be just
Ends is lagging the shout. But like you would have like I don't know 500 people cheering for Ends, but out of those 500 people, 80% are predicting for Vitality to win this round, and then you're a loyal fan, and if you're part of the 20%, and maybe get
it's like a card pack.
yeah.
Okay, so now I got the round. Now everything makes a lot more sense.
And
So round loser and round winner are two very
yeah, something that I think you
actually gives you a chance to choose.
have
The points on round winner in
thought of,
should be
but
lower than elimination win or bomb defuse win.
but
Not just the overall win.
yeah,
Actually, you choose.
the situation got tense on the match. Lost my train of thought, but yeah, the different TOs have different HUDs. So, for example, if you add the how the buy is for the other side or the other side, like is it a full buy or semi buy? Some TOs have that already implemented.
elimination will confuse me every 100 top. Because those
And
are
you really don't want to add
they are specific.
things on top of another.
High risk, high reward. Low risk, low reward. Round closer is going to make this a lot more exciting because even if I'm a fan of the team, I'm still going to bet like
And
I'm going to bet realistically. What I think will happen, I will not comment on that. So
Yeah.
I think that actually makes it a lot more fun.
but
So
those should somehow be shown.
cards you get your round closer, round winner, a little bit below arena boss value.
You know, you don't always see the buy even in the beginning of the round because they're showing the replays,
Base
and it should be something that you can see here all the time if you want to pick the winner of the round or yeah, whatever. I think now that I'm an ENS fan, there's really no reason to change my
And it's going to be a bonus.
bus cards.
Cause, so you should get more points.
Alright, I got
I got a grenade here, or a smoothie. I'm going to check like all the ones that I got. Right card.
oh, now I get actually ENS losest round.
Ooh, total elimination is fun, but the problem with these ones are that I can like
That's nice.
choose total domination.
And obviously headshot shouldn't be the same bus than CT75 kill. At least I think so. Now there's, I think,
So why would I choose this round one? I just choose this like in the early
yeah.
and as soon as the opposing team gets 5 wins, I can just change it. No. This
And I would,
should be
yeah,
something
like to see the result here all the
in
time.
the start
Like,
you can't change. Because right now there is no point in this whole thing. Like if we're like losing 14-1, of course I'm gonna choose pacifism. Duh. I'm not dumb. I can't. So this one should be locked after first
yeah.
round.
And the half can
It's not me betting
close
correctly.
8-7,
Winner, it's me choosing
at
that
least
one
not for
every round. Like, if
not
it's
for
plus
ENS.
point for us, then I'm gonna choose that
So
one.
if some card isn't applicable because the first half time was already like
Down to one round, then it
for
actually becomes like a personal choice.
ENS,
There's no way for it to come down to one round, so it's always gonna be me
or
choosing.
yeah, it actually can.
One
But
option possible. So
if
this
there's
whole
some
thing
card
here,
that really can't be played for one reason or another, it should be like
change this without
not hidden
my arena
at
boss.
all, but
There's no value in that.
yeah, somehow
Close half.
to see that,
That's,
yeah,
that's like
you should be somehow able to see that you really can't play this card or it doesn't make any sense.
that's a good one. But I think the 8 things should be top. I'm getting models because it's not saying or can give me some 2 cards which I can choose.
Don't go lose this round.
The wild card I checked is round winner.
Oh, yeah, I'm waving my hands there.
Let's continue the game.
Whoa.
I like the fact that I like 5 minute grab here. That's me actively. But main could be smaller and more just less fun.
And yeah, that
Ooh, that's
that
nice.
was really an exciting situation in the game. But then again,
So X7 basic just bonus
uh,
or not.
I should be able to make a decision that Apex is going to clutch it or he's not going to clutch it.
That's not what I want to see. Right now, I'm gonna go for the
And
shouting ends because that's
yeah, this
closest to
interface didn't kind of give me anything. That there's like a clutch situation going on or
right here. If we win by defusing the bomb,
and
or killing
yeah.
both of them, like before they plan, I'm gonna get the same amount.
Yeah, maybe it's a decision actually here that's been made that
Typically, bomb defuse.
you don't get to switch your card between the rounds, which makes sense. Somewhat. But
Choose the bomb.
there should be some live situation cards or things.
Like, I know that you can see what's the problem.
Now this is kind of... I've been playing the same cards, I switched some of those in the halftime. At least with points that they had,
Of course, it's not
don't
for me.
don't see any reason to change those.
Making these two cards like useless. There's never choose these two unless I didn't have from. So I guess that's the point here.
Well,
You want to get around to a card as soon as you can, and then forget about it. There should be a balance. Keep as many choices
yeah,
as you can.
let's enjoy the match for a while.
Free.
And when you're I don't know how. I think it can be implemented somehow that
Biggest thing
yeah,
is to be able to press tab.
when you're spectating some one player, you should see the card that you've chosen for the player. Because now I don't even remember anymore what I've chosen for the players. So if I watch some player, then yeah, I'm like, go Sergey, but I'm not like, go Sergey, kill those two players in 3 seconds, get the multi-kill, get the bus going. Because, yeah, or Sergey shoot headshots and I get the bus. Because I don't see what I've chosen. And if you want to have like gun specific cards, it's obvious like now the headshot card was the same bus value of than the gun specific card. Maybe add those like as a different ones. Like for some players, for example, for Alexi P, I would choose the CZ75. He's using it right now. And for X7, I would choose Deagle, for example, as a pistol. It's something that some people know, and it would be nice to get some buzz out of it. And the card would obviously be only active when they have that gun on hand, basically. And you would then see that, yeah, now he's got the gun that I predicted him to have. And yeah, nice, now he got the kill with it and I got some points out of it. Somehow make it more like on top of the headshot thing or something, or then just
Let's continue.
dismiss the headshot thing,
That's one kind of card.
because every pro is
I still don't have
aiming for heads, except some Astralis players. They have the tactic of shooting the chest, but oh, yeah.
There's no reason for me to choose this now. That's map thing.
I, yeah, that's actually nice that Alex got 4K and then the slider here went for the vitality. But I think it was obvious in the beginning of the round that Ends was echoing and obviously vitality wasn't.
Team assist, I still think that's nice. Out of my options.
And I don't know if you watched this live, then how the audio is kind of mashed up, because sorry to say it, but I think anytime you would prefer the real audience audio over this repeating ends shouts, whoever the fan is shouting it, I think it's
Fast clicking
it gets a bit boring after some time. Obviously, haven't actually watched the China games now, but I think the audience there is a bit more, maybe a bit quieter. But I should have switched Alex B card back to headshots. And yeah, I would. Yeah, the audience stuff is kinda nice, but
that's the best thing that I see is that there's no chat.
I like the card game live betting idea without even any bets kind of stuff. Like everybody wants to be right and everybody wants to win when they are competing against each other, like that you chose the right cards. So I would kind of add the cards below here and then just because now I don't even if they come here, like they get going card here in the left, it kind of comes up there from somewhere, and so but if those would be down here, the cards that can be activated every round, so not the series or map card, those could be like picked up from down here and like highlighted or something instead of this crowd. But I think that would be more nice or nicer. And the same way that it would be highlighted that well, now we are watching NBK, but if you're watching Alexi or X7, then it would show that the active card for X7 is this. Maybe those should be, yeah. Like I said before, those should be somehow highlighted.
tried to look at it, but it was hard to see it. When it's money, but it would be that money to buy now. And I guess now
I think also like I don't know how to decide also
our information. We had money to buy. I didn't know.
Yeah, let's see.
So now my bet was just 50-50 chance. Instead of being like an edge.
Yeah.
But that was like my fault because I didn't check the economy beforehand. And
maybe there should be a limitation.
Apex forgot his patonki uuni. Paton go to oven. And now, yeah, they spectated aerial, so would have been nice to see that I have the first blood card active. And then if it goes through, it's somehow highlighted. But as he died, it would be like denied, and it would, yeah, go away or go somehow like blur it or yeah.
if you can use this program to watch like games that have happened before. So if this program is not for only live games but recorded games, just like I'm using it now, then you should be able for me to skip technical pause, anything like that, that makes it more enjoyable. Like getting straight reaction is something that I want to find watching record.
Nice, I look at the bot
CS:GO,
kill.
the good thing is that the tactical pauses are not that long. I think it's like a min-max, or even less. Like right here, it's about 5 seconds. So that's not that bad. If there ever is a moment
Yeah, maybe on the left side, just
they have to
well,
30 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, 15 something.
yeah, add the leaderboard or something like how are you doing versus other people, how you're, yeah, add cards to the bottom, to the left, add the leaderboard, keep it on the leaderboard on the left when the round is over. And if you get some points, the card is highlighted below, you get points here. Because now I feel like, yeah, I don't get hyped up for the cards or anything that I get those. So yeah, and obviously I think yeah, you should add your friends, like compete against your friends on the leaderboard. And yeah, the cards here, yeah, the leaderboard to the left, the stream to here, and maybe the cards even at the bottom, or it's illogical to have them on the right in this screen and then on the left side when you're watching the stream. And yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I think how this would be used the most is that you play this stream game with your friends, you compete against your friends, maybe you have some side bet going on, who has the best bets or best cards, for fun, or so.
least make
And
the nation and defuse when
yeah, like when I'm watching the games, it's like
sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, give more.
it's like
checkpoints.
sometimes we're on TeamSpeak. The stream is not on sync all the time, so sometimes somebody gets to shout like, "Oh yeah," and I'm still in the middle of the clutch situation, and it spoils the fun for me. So have it like the Steam TV that it's synced up with your friends, the stream stuff. Then add your friends to the like top leaderboard of everybody. Your situation on the whole leaderboard stuff, like every guy or girl who is watching the stream, and then another leaderboard with your friends on it, and yeah, I would add instead of this crowd shouting thing, I would add voice over IP stuff here that you can join with your friends and talk to. But that would mean that the stream would have to go live all the time, or yeah, you should switch the cards on the fly, and I think that shouldn't be a problem. I think you should be able to, like, if you have the cards here all the time, you can see them, then you can really like yeah, you can just click the card of Allu getting headshot and switching it to Allu doing something else, or
It works
yeah.
properly when it works like fully with 8,000 cheers.
Mm,
But I think personally,
and obviously add some more statistic-based cards, like yeah.
I don't know whether
I don't know. Go to some betting site and watch that. Well, yeah. For example, Betway has a lot of different bets you can do in the live bets, or before the game they have a whole bunch of options. Who is top tracking? Nice, I got that. But yeah, I couldn't. Yeah. I couldn't see that I had Alex B going for multi-kill in. Like, I didn't see that the card was the one that I had chosen, so I really didn't even get to hope that Alexi will get a double kill. Or I wasn't that hyped up because of the card. I was hyped up because of the situation in game. And double kill for yeah. But yeah, add more card options for the whole game or for the whole map. Make those that can be switched between rounds. Like more, like some you would have to choose for the map before it even starts, and then make those that can be changed between the rounds. For example, player cards or something like that. Makes them here active and active like all the time, or somehow that you can see them. And yeah, the ones that can be changed from round to round, make those somehow come up here, that you don't have to go to this view and go to menu and have to click your way there and make it so that
Or more than just
you see those here and you get to switch them like before into freeze time, like in the 15 seconds. You get to choose like if you want, you have the card highlighted that will you change this, and if you click it then it adds up here blurs the background or something, and you can switch the card, make it more interactive. Yeah, more options for the whole game. Like now you had one for the series, one for the map. I think maybe add a couple more for the map, like wild cards or something like Alloy stop tracking. Add some funny, some unique ones.
I don't know how to make the rating
I don't know,
There's not many bits you can
God or but Alloy, if that doesn't
like choosing if
get to his nerves, but maybe some other stuff like Team Zaibu is stop tracking. Yeah. And yeah,
one out. Good.
and get the rewards.
Don't fail that. Don't
Just show them to me. Like I don't want to click to get some reward.
I need to get around first.
Just yeah.
50 behind first.
definitely try my third first.
And yeah,
I would like to be
just
able
so
to
this
see,
somehow blur the background the same way in Hearthstone, I think.
I'd like to see his top cards.
But these are some nice cards. Wish I would have had some more in the beginning, maybe.
That would be cool. Maybe strategize more.
But as you get more cards, obviously,
We can go from that.
yeah.
We have more options. So I can see that, okay, I cannot
Yeah.
win without Conby failing.
But a nice prototype.
So maybe I choose.
Yeah,
For a lot of people.
Maybe I choose something else that he chose.
hopefully
So that
we'll
he doesn't
get better testing and stuff will improve.
then there's
Or you'll get yeah. Have the questions here.
What's happening here?
So
Yeah, the next round.
my name is Jussi Narhi.
I was too slow, but it is the first
First question:
without me being there, like actively watching it.
how the product works to someone who might not have played it before. Yeah, I had some tutorial stuff and make everything a bit more interactive and easier to see that what you're getting into, and don't make somebody choose the team. Or at least I think, yeah, you make somebody choose the team, or make everybody choose the team, or which side they want to be on, or undecided even, like you had it, but so that it doesn't affect the cards that much, or yeah. I don't know, I got the option that Enzi loses the round, so that was nice. Could have switched the card. But yeah, I don't know, should have maybe played the neutral side, see how that works out. If you have option that Vitality wins the round, Enzi wins the round, I think that way it would be a more or nicer touch. That you always pick the winner, not the loser. Now it kind of feels like I'd rather just watch the Twitch stream if you don't get more out of it. Walk us through your second question. Walk us through your decision-making process when picking cards for the next bet. Yeah, I didn't switch those too much, but obviously one important switch was on the half. Yeah, when switching the halves. Obviously, you shouldn't be able to pick the diffuse bomb card on the T side, and you should somehow like don't even show those cards. Yeah, that doesn't make sense for the other side. So I switch those. Switch like you can, where it's seats at 75 kilo on the T side isn't that common. And so I just took it on the CT side for Alex B, for example. And after the pistol round has gone, I think you should be able to make a more easier add the new cards, like I said all the time, make that you can see them all the time and see which one is active when watching some player, and make those that you can switch those only between or on the freeze time or the first 5 seconds of the round when there's no action. Or something like that. Did you have a favorite card and why? In Swings the round card, you get more points. You got 100 plus points out of it, other than Ainge defuses the bomb or Ainge plants the bombs and wins. Didn't make any sense, so that's why. And that nothing happens in 10 seconds card, because that's nuke, so nothing usually happens in 10 seconds. Not in the beginning of the round, and if they're not rushing, then there's lots of waiting time and smokes on the yard and nothing really happens. Did you have a favorite moment when playing? If so, why did you enjoy it? I would have had some clutches, something like that. The one where Alex B got double in the underground, I got the card for it. But as I said already then, I didn't have any pressure to Alex B getting the kills or something like that, because I didn't see that I had that one active, so it would have been more rewarding if I would have seen that. And then it would somehow pop up from the bottom and highlight it and get the points, see the leaderboards, see that I rise there as I got it right. Who would you recommend this product to? Think of the ideal person. I think I would add this to those who are like more or less already watching the games. And for example, I would use this with my friends that I'm playing with or watching the games with. Otherwise, also, but we are not maybe having it, or we are watching it from our own homes or something like that. If it's not that important of a game or something, and ideal persons are the ones that know something about the game and want to show that they know something of the game, and
Can you explain
yeah,
in your own words how the
being
process
some analyst-minded people.
Well, as soon as I
And
started programming, I was sent into the match.
yeah, I don't know, maybe younger audience is also something that will catch up on this, maybe.
Point values.
Uh,
Vicky explained to me that
but
these are the
I would definitely compete with this with my friends, and
but I have no idea.
yeah.
Do I have to
How likely are you to use this game for watching CSGO in the future? If not, how is your existing service better? Like I said, I would sometimes, when I'm on the TeamSpeak watching some stream with my friends, this would add a bit fun to it. Mm,
basically it was all just taking and testing and
but then again,
do you have a favorite car?
I think like nowadays maybe most of the time even I'm watching Twitch or something from my sofa, I can stream it to my TV Chromecast, so
100-point cars.
so definitely something would need to be added that I can watch this from my sofa, I can do these card choices on my mobile phone.
There are a lot of ways for you
If I'm watching on my computer, then I have the VoIP with my friends, and the stream is going at the same time, so there's no surprises there.
If I choose the exact way
Yeah.
we win by the bomb.
Do you think you would spend money on acquiring better cards? If so, what feels like a monthly amount you would spend?
Because that's a more specific case and that should reward
To answer truthfully, I think I wouldn't. Like, I played Hearthstone a bit,
Did you have a favorite moment when playing? If so, what is
a bit with my friend,
like not a favorite moment?
and she's really active on it and gets all the new cards basically by playing it. So you would need to be able to get the cards by playing it. If it's pay to win stuff, yeah. If it's pay to win stuff, then
So that gave me another thing to keep.
I don't like it. I wouldn't touch it.
To be honest, it is quite confusing at this stage.
In Hearthstone, they have these like basic card packs and then the wild packs, for example. So I would definitely add some,
Right-hand
How
side,
would you recommend this
all the
product?
like
icons that
even
are
if you
confusing.
would have better cards,
Already
I think that takes the fun out of it if your friend has a lot better cards than you.
because the cards that
Well, maybe not, but I would add an option to play with only the normal cards or something like that if you want to be
Round
play with the basic rules.
or the virtual rounds like if you want to
Yeah.
with the stream.
But yeah, 0 is the amount of money I would spend. Doesn't make sense as I
On the right corner, there's the
yeah, I much rather spend it on
for these
betting on the same things for money than to buy card to bet against my friend for fun.
the other points on the left-hand side.
If that makes any sense.
What was it? But the other wrong goal.
Were you ever confused about how the product worked when? Yeah, in the beginning and sometimes in the middle, as I explained. Some of the buttons didn't make any sense. Too much buttons, like 4 buttons to press for cheering up your team, didn't make that much sense, I think.
Then I can choose that.
Okay.
Didn't really get the aspect out of it. Maybe when there's a lot of people watching it, kind of works, but now I think cheering up wasn't that cool. Or yeah. Did you have a least favorite moment and why?
There would be like weapon-related cards. There would be
Yeah, there was some clutch situation.
perk-related cards, bomb-related cards, first kill, last kill. That's our
Clutch situation where
easier and quicker.
or around where it first went all the way to let's say for the other team or Vitality,
20, 30 seconds
and all the let's go be
to do this
shouting started, and meanwhile it was like a clutch situation for a Sergey or somebody from ENCE, and yeah, he clutched it or something like that, and then it went all the way to the other side and was like let's go ENCE. And
corner or not, how it likes the defense.
yeah, I didn't like the shouting at that moment that much. Obviously, there's in the live audience there's also that, but also there's some respect or something like that if there's a clutch situation. I think sometimes the audience just goes silent
So I
even. But yeah, didn't like that it. Yeah, I know it kind of worked that it switched from the other side to the other side, like cheering up, but still too much shouting. First it was all Vitality and then ENCE. What would be your top 3 key improvements to existing feathers that you would suggest?
Weapons, grenades, first flash.
Switching the cards, add them to the bottom menu that you can switch every round.
So it would be
Make it so that it's more interactive. You can switch so those. You can see which one is active when spectating some player. If you can add an option that you can spectate your favorite player, you can switch. Yeah, that would be a second one. That you can, for example, watch Sergey all the time, see if he gets the card that's active, like triple kill or something.
So the opponent side is
Add the leaderboards that you can see them all the time on the left side. Then
taking over the
make the crowd go away, or an option for it to be hidden, and option to
it's actually quite hard to
tune down the
focus on the actual game.
sounds or the audio.
Stuff going on.
I would rather listen to the real audience than same shouts all over again. Yeah, maybe make the picking cards easier between the rounds, between halves, between maps.
If I'm gonna spend 50 on betting, then I'm gonna at least get 100.
Basically those make it more clear which is the bus points, crowd points, or what was the other one, I don't even know.
Depending on the prices.
Yeah. Alright, that those are the same. I don't know if that made any sense that they were 2 different cards. Or 2 different points for those. Make it more clear. And now there was like, yeah. Yeah, and if you have some rare card, make it more distinguishable somehow. If you can think of one of feather that this game is missing, which would be your favorite to add? All that I've said before, and yeah, switching the players, showing the cards that is active for the player. I think that's it. Yeah, add voiceover IP with my friends, add friends leaderboard, and that the stream is synced with everybody on your own friend group, like Steam TV. Yeah, that's about it. So, yeah, hopefully this helped you at least a bit. Bye.
I think the texts are a bit too long, and this would help if they would be categorized.
Kiitos.
Different ones.